I met one guy, and as it says on the live version of an album that I've got, you meet him once, you'll never forget him. And this guy is exactly like that. He climbed Kilimanjaro, and he did it on the back of something that was really personal to him. A real brilliant guy. He's called Ian Dryden, and he's had his own battles with mental health, and he's faced a lot of challenges in his life, and he's very open about them, and he wants to give a little bit of something back. And he's really turned his life around. Now, he's set himself some amazing challenges in life to help others. Now, I spoke to him just before lockdown. Have a listen to this.
Yeah, I want to say end of January, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Beginning
was.
of February.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd done Kilimanjaro,
Yeah.
come back, recovered, came and spoke to you, and then the world ended.
How was it for you?
How was the whole thing been? It's been tough at times, because obviously I'm doing everything for mental health because of my pastorals with it. So the lockdown was quite an interesting time. But to be fair, I took advantage of the exercise time that everyone was allowed out to do exercise on their own. So I took up running. Would you believe? I know we talked about I did daft things. I wasn't a runner. I'm now a runner. I wasn't a trekker. I wasn't a hiker before I climbed Kilimanjaro. Before lockdown, I wasn't really a runner. But I went on the internet, bought some running shoes, and decided, right, I'll take up running around the block. And I became one of those annoying people that you see that have been running around the block all the time at the moment because there's nothing else we can do.
But that's great, isn't it? Because the other alternative to that is, you have to then sort of sit inside and face your own company. And what do you like with that?
Oh no, that's it's been really sorry. This has been it's been a real test. I'm not great at that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Back in when I was at my worst, Samaritans and Mind helped me through it and have given me ways of coping with the sort of stresses of being isolated and things. So I've got that sort of in place. So yeah, I could, but the exercise side of things has always been my crutch, if you like. It's got me through everything I've been through and everything else. So when the government said, we're going to close all the gyms, you're all got to stay in the house, you're allowed out for a little bit of time each day, and do some exercise or go for a walk, I was like, right, okay, this isn't great. I think it's tested everybody. I think the strongest person's been tested during this pandemic. I think anyone who said this isn't affecting them, I think, to put a blunter point on, is a liar.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can.
But like we talked about last time, was some people are very good at disguising and masking and fooling themselves.
Yeah.
That it's when it becomes, it's like when you rip your jeans and everyone can see your bum. That's when it becomes a problem for a lot of people. And you now know what those triggers are that take you to those places, so you can act against. And it's because you were a gym bunny, weren't you? You love the gym.
Oh God, yeah.
Have you got any other harebrained ideas you're coming up with, Ian?
Yeah. So next October, subject to COVID, we've got to put the COVID word into this sentence. I'm off to Nepal to trek up to Everest Base Camp to start with. And then come back down a little bit, and then I'm going to climb Kalapatha the day after. So, as I said in my last chat with you, doing Kilimanjaro, I got to about 5,000 metres and felt a bit ill and struggled for like the next few hours. So I thought, right, well, how can I make this tougher? I'll tell you what I do. I'm going to spend 2 days above 5,000 metres solid and really push the body. I would love to do Everest. But I've looked into it, and unless I can raise £70,000 and get a lot of big sponsors, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. So I'm having to look at other ones. But yeah, they've closed the mountain because of tourism. So so we've gone with this. So I'm getting a new flag made. So I'm looking for corporate sponsors. What I've done, I must say to everyone who wants, if they do want to sponsor me, it's on Just Giving. If they just go to Just Giving and put Ian Dryden Everest in there, it couldn't be much simpler to find me.
And this is you're giving something back, and in a way, I know I say this quite a lot, and I feel like a parrot saying it, but you were genuinely helped by these guys. You're raising money for these mental health charities that really steered you into the position where you are now.
Yeah, absolutely. Along with friends, obviously, close friends that helped me along the way. As part of the whole thing, I'm trying to sort of say to groups and to companies, if I want somebody to come in and talk about what I've done, talk about how I've coped, what I've done, and a bit of a sort of look. I'm hoping that there'll be maybe someone sat in that room that thinks, yeah, I'm there right now. I'll come over and either speak to me or pick up the phone and just, yeah, it's all about saving lives.
It is, and the thing is, your experience is an amazing experience, and what you've done and how you've turned it round. If you can just sort of get an inkling with one person, then job done, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
It's been a testing time as well, even for the training.
So how have you been doing the training? How do you train to climb the base camp of Everest? Because Nab's not that high, is it?
No, that's it. It's well, I suppose I'm physically as fit as I've ever been.
Yeah.
And obviously, having done Kilimanjaro, I've got a level of base fitness. I launched this last week on a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday because it was World Mental Health Day, and then promptly on Monday got diagnosed with COVID-19. So I've done. So yeah, I've still got plenty of time. I mean, it's a month it's 30th of October I fly out next year, so I've still got a year to train. Yesterday was my 10th day of isolation, so I'm allowed out today.
Oh, winner!
Yeah, get in. I can go back outside. I mean, this 10 days has been tough. From a point of view of feeling really unwell, it's given me I've always been really good, and I've been following all the guidance as best as anyone can. We've all got the days where we forget our mask, or we forget, we go into a shop and go, I didn't sanitize my hands. We're all doing our best. I truly believe everybody's doing the best. But yeah, it's given me a bit of a reality shock because you've seen all these people going, it was just a headache and I was fine, and I was just like, I spent 3 days on the sofa and couldn't move, and I mean there's people a lot worse than I got. So there's been some I say benefits come from it, but it made me probably realise that exercise isn't the be all and end all. It's very important to me, but it's realised I'm a lot stronger than I was 2.5 years ago. I've got to a point now where actually I can be comfortable in my own skin, which is nice. But again, that's thanks to people like mine, to people like Samaritans, and to people like Panatine's Gym. They've supported me massively through all this turmoil and things. And I've got to a stage now where actually I'll never say I'm better. You get to a point where you identify triggers, you identify when, I know I'm going down that road, right? I need to stop that now. I need to do X, Y, and Z. And everybody's different. You never, we're dealing with depression. We're not dealing with a headache. It's not as simple as taking a paracetamol and it's gone. But it gives you that stability and it stops that spiral.
Well, here's the thing for you. Here's the thing for you. When we can I come out and do a training session with you?
Yeah.
I've got a dodgy knee, so you've got to be gentle with us.
We'll just do rosemary toffee.
There's a good idea. We'll have a walk and talk, and I'll bring a flask and some sandwiches.
That sounds perfect. I'd be well up for that when all this when we get out the other side of it.
Perfect. Well, look, you take care, fella, and good luck. And let's keep in touch. And as I say, we'll do that walk and talk whenever we can. All right?
That'll be great. Excellent.
Take care, Ian.
Thanks a lot.
What a man. I love him to bits. I genuinely love him. And if you can help him, please do. It's Ian Dryden. Look for him on Just Giving. He's going to, he just wants to give something back for those that have helped him. And that is so much what our part of the world's all about. I love your stories. Tell them to me. It's Gary P at bbc.co.uk. I almost forgot my own email address. That's how sackless